Do India falter in knockout matches of ICC tournaments? India, on the other hand, bottled another International Cricket Council organized global tournament, 6 on the spin now starting from 2015 World T20. New Zealand ended their 21-year ICC World event drought, winning the inaugural World Test Championship by beating India at Southampton. India, on the other hand, bottled another International Cricket Council organized global tournament, 6 on the spin now starting from 2014 World T20. How has the sequence of defeats panned out? New Zealand won the WTC final deep into the final session of the reserve day after 2 days of play were washed out due to rain. The backstory is that in 2014, India lost the ICC World T20 final to Sri Lanka. A year later, they lost the World Cup 50 over semi-final to Australia in Sydney. In 2016, they went down to the West Indies in the ICC World T20 semi-final in Mumbai. In 2017, India lost the Champions Trophy final to Pakistan at the Oval, while in 2019, New Zealand got the better of them in the World Cup semi-final at Old Trafford. Which players have proven to India's nemesis in those defeats? Swing and seam proved to be India's bugbear in the WTC final. In the first innings, Kyle Jamieson was the destroyer-in-chief with 531. In the second, he dismissed Virat Kohli and Cheteshwar Pujara inside 2 overs on the final day to break the backbone of India's batting. In 2020, during his debut series also, Jameson has troubled India by taking 9 wickets in 2 tests at 16.33. Tim Southee was the highest wicket taker for the Kiwis in that series with 14 sculls. India had lost the 2 test series 2-0. On the last day of the WTC final, Southee finished with 448 as India's second innings folded for 170. In the 2014 World T20 final, Yuvraj Singh's slow crawl sucked all the momentum from the Indian innings, batting first. In the 2015 World Cup semi-final, Steve Smith's 104 with 93 balls took the game away from India. In 2014 World T20 final, Yuvraj Singh's slow crawl sucked all the momentum from the Indian innings, batting first. In 2015 World Cup semi-final, Steve Smith's 105 of 93 balls took the game away from India. In 2016 World T20 semi-final, Len Simmons 82 not out of 51 balls did the damage. In 2017 Champions Trophy final saw Fakhar Zaman roll over India's bowling with 106 ball. 1-1-14. In the 2019 World Cup semi-final, Trent Boult and Matt Henry combined to run through India's top order. Was India's loss at the WTC final down to lack of preparation? New Zealand played 2 tests in England ahead of the WTC final, all right, but Kohli had all but ruled out the bedding in factor. Don't board the flight if you think New Zealand have an extra edge in the finals. The Indian captain had said in the pre-departure press conference, in the past we have landed 3 days prior to the schedule and had a great tour. Conditions are as potent for New Zealand as they are for us. Conditions in Australia should have favored them too. It's about how you look at the things, it's all in the head, he had added. Did India pick the wrong team for the WTC final? Was India's loss at the WTC final down to lack of preparation? New Zealand played 2 tests in England ahead of the WTC final, all right, but Kohli had all but ruled out the bedding in factor. Don't board the flight if you think New Zealand have an extra edge in the final. With the advantage of hindsight maybe, India were a fast bowler short. Rain washed out the first day of the final, and although India announced their playing 11 on the match eve, they had the opportunity to have a rethink, for the toss took place on the second day. On the face of 2 spinners in overcast conditions and the temperature hovering 20 degrees Celsius even during midday was a luxury. Then again, it was a double-edged sword. India went with their best 11 players and backed them to do well irrespective of condition. Ravindra Jadeja was an automatic pick for all-round ability, with Ravichandran Ashwin was the team's best bowler on the final day. As Kohli said that the match India lacked a fast bowling all-rounder who could have provided more balance to the playing 11. Actually, India were undone by their batting on the last day when conditions became a lot easier for batting. The sun was out and there was no prodigious lateral movement. Still, India lost 8 wickets for 106 runs on the reserve day. Both Kohli and Pujara perished playing away from their body, while Rahane was caught down the leg side. Jadeja got out to Neil Wagner when the left arm fast bowler was into the ninth round of his spell. India should have batted better. The sun was out, there wasn't prodigious movement, but they were bowled out for 170, Sunil Gavaskar said on TV commentary. Meanwhile, an off-color Jasprit Bumrah crippled India's bowling. He went wicketless in his 26 overs in the first innings and the second innings when he eventually induced an edge from Ross Taylor. Pujara dropped a dolly at first slip. How did India's senior batsmen fare during the WTC cycle? Statistics puts out on Optajeev on Twitter show a dip in from Kohli, Pujara and Rahane. It says that since the beginning of 2000, the trio has registered a total of 6 test centuries compared to 18 that they had notched up in 2017-18. Was Rishabh Pant a letdown in the WTC final? In 1984, a year after leading India to its maiden World Cup triumph, Kapil Dev was dropped for playing a poor shot in a test against England that his team lost. The current Indian team has given Pant the license to play his unnatural game. It worked well in Australia when the wicket-keeper batsman had the rub of the green as well. Catches were dropped early into his innings. A stumping chance was missed in Brisbane. In Southampton, Pant was dismissed in the first innings, slashing hard at a wide swinging delivery without moving his feet. In the second innings, an attempted hook against swing brought about his downfall. Unlike in Australia, here Pant didn't have a Nathan Lyon to milk his ruins from one end. Thank you.